So Lego actually thought about getting rid of their physical instructions. So what happened a few weeks back when they tried to run a survey on their website, luckily all of the fans said no, we won't have that, and so they immediately took it down. I couldn't even find the survey when I tried to look for it, so that's how fast Lego took it down. And with that happening to Lego, looks like we'll have physical instructions for a while now. Now, since we have all of these physical instructions, how should you store them without spending a whole lot of money? Starting off with the smallest Lego collection. So if you have like 50 sets, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, then maybe think about getting like a big sandwich bag like this. If one thicker, preferably, if you can get one thicker than this, and just stick them in there. So you stick the biggest ones on the bottom, and then you go up, all the way to the smaller ones. That's what I did when I had a few sets, just a few sets starting off. So just get a sandwich bag like this. I know it's kind of cheap, but hey, that's what we're going for. Is a cheap way to store your instruction. That's if you have small, not that many sets, your collection is just super small. But if you have a little bit bigger collection, like I want to say mine's that big, but I would say I have a pretty large collection, then the next thing I would recommend is getting Sterilite bins. So these are Sterilite drawers right here, 3 compartment. These are the larger ones. Here's the medium ones right here. I would recommend getting the larger ones. The medium ones you can get if you have some of the larger instructions. So here we have my two Ninjago sets right here. They take up this whole bin and they fit actually kind of nice. So if you have like some really large sets, maybe get like 1 or 2 stacks of these and you can put the larger set instructions in those. But for the standard, everyday, instructions, you can fit them all in here. And what's nice about these is you can actually separate them by theme. So here I have like my Ninjago, I have, what is this, Star Wars. No, Marvel is up here, and they do get kind of full once you start getting more sets. But if they do start getting full, all you gotta do is just buy a couple more. And what I like about these that these are actually relatively cheap. So I think these smaller ones, if you're gonna get them for some of the larger sets, are like $10 or $11 a piece, and then these bigger ones are like $13 or $14. So these are definitely better value when it comes to like value money. But yeah, I would recommend getting these if you're about a medium-sized collector. Even if you're a larger collector, you could fit some of your Lego sets in here, and you can always just expand this if you ever need more room for instructions. Even if you have some of the smaller collections, instead of getting a sandwich bag like I recommended before, all you gotta do is get like maybe just one of these. So get 3 drawers right here, and you can just divide up all your instructions. And then as soon as you start building up, themes and stuff like that, then you can start separating them by themes. So Sterilite is the main way I would recommend dividing up your instructions if you want them organized and being able to get to them easy. But then if you're one of those people that have an absolutely humongous collection, like I'm talking thousands of sets, and all the instructions aren't going to fit in there, you could look into getting something like a filing cabinet. I know they're not the cheapest thing, but they will be able to hold all your sets and like they're secure and stuff like that. But my personal favorite way to store the instructions is in the Sterilite drawers because they're relatively cheap. You can divide them up by themes if you don't have too many sets. And you can always just expand it. It's super easy, buy 1 or 2 more of the stacks if you ever need a more space for your instructions. But one of the main reasons I do like the Sterilite drawers is that it's relatively easy to just get the instructions. So if you put your instructions in here, you're going to have to try to dig through, and try to pull out the instruction that you want, and especially if it's not divided up by theme, it's kind of hard to get. If you put them in a filing cabinet, it's going to be even harder because you might have to stack them on top of each other, which means you're going to have to take out some of the instructions to get down there. To a Sterilite, yeah, you might have to lift up a couple to get what you want, but it's just a drawer. They're all separated. That's just my all-time favorite way to store Lego instructions is Sterilite drawers. I would probably, even if you have a massive if you have a crap ton of like Lego sets, like thousands, I would probably still recommend that if you have the space to to put all your instructions in there because it's just super organized and you can divide them up, and it's just all around best way to store instructions. My personal opinion is the Sterilite drawers. So maybe take a look into those if you don't have them. And the best way to get the Sterilite drawers is at a Walmart. Now, not every Walmart supplies them. If your Walmart is like smaller, they may not have the big ones, but they might have the smaller ones. So find a larger Walmart, and you should be able to find them in store, unless for some reason somebody bought them all out. but you should be able to find them at Walmart. Online, I think it's a little bit more expensive to order them for some reason. So try to go in store to get the Steelite drawers if you're looking for them. And if you ever wanted to get rid of your instructions, burn them, you didn't want to have them anymore, you decided to get out of Lego sets and maybe go into mock building, the Steelite drawers are perfect for storing Lego pieces as well. So, there's just a lot of benefits for getting the Steelite drawers. Plus, the plastic, and they'll last a lifetime as long as you're not rough on them and break them. But yeah, those are 3 ways you can store your Lego instructions. Let me know how you store your Lego instructions. I would love to hear how you store your Lego instructions. And I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's go to the next one.